All right, trash or not, do you think, is it possible LeBron could get the best out of Carmelo?
Yeah, so I agree with LeBron about, it's trash. And I don't believe Frank Izola's trash. I do believe their denial that LeBron doesn't want to move Kevin Love for Carmelo Anthony. However, do I think LeBron James would like to have Carmelo Anthony on this team? Feels like that would put them on footing with the Golden State Warriors.
You believe
yes,
that?
he does. And I think...
For Kevin Love?
No, not for Kevin Love. Just
keep Love, yeah.
Keep
add
Love.
Him. Oh, yeah.
Just add Carmelo.
Yeah.
Again, we've had LeBron make a statement that I thought was ridiculous last week, that he just wants Carmelo to be happy. Did you say that about Reggie White or anybody you played against? I just want them to be happy. This blows my mind. So I do think, though, the question is, could he get the best out of Carmelo Anthony? I do. Carmelo Anthony would be backed up against the wall. LeBron is good with teammates, brings out the best in teammates. If Carmelo landed in Cleveland, it would work out, I think.
I'm just going to say something loony. Right now, Kevin Love's a better player than Carmelo with Cleveland because he's a better three-point shooter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know what LeBron's got the ball in his hands. He's going to get me the ball. So he's a better three-point shooter than Carmelo. I don't like either defense. But you know the other thing that Kevin Love would do? If LeBron came up to Kevin Love and said, I need 14 boards tonight. Don't worry about your offense. Kevin Love would say, all right, tonight I can do that.
I think Carmelo would, too, in that situation.
I have to ask myself, who can guard Kevin Durant better? Like, over the course of a 7-game series, like when you have to switch off, there are a lot of switch-offs. And that's what Golden State, they present a number of problems for you. In this situation, it's not like either one of them have an advantage. So I'm worried about the selfishness of Carmelo. How do you become a different player all of a sudden? When you've been the go-to guy, you've pretty much had the LeBron demands on the roster for both teams you've been on. How do you relinquish that to your brother in LeBron? Now, I know LeBron is consumed with playing with his friends. I know that. Played with Wade. He would love to play with Chris Paul or Melo. But those things aren't going to happen, Chris.
Well, look, I think Melo would play well in Cleveland. When we look at him in the Olympics, when all he has to do is score and he's the third best player on the court on his team, he's great. Okay, but I don't think
the Olympic
they would
team
be
wasn't playing
better
against Golden State.
Well, no, I think Melo would thrive there and play well. I just don't think they'd be any better than they are with Love. Like, I would keep Love because, as you said, he rebounds, he stretches the floor a lot better. You bring in Melo, then if you're Cleveland, you're playing differently. Now you're not just putting everybody around the three-point line and letting LeBron and Kyrie penetrate. Now you have to have a different system, which, given an off-season, a training camp, maybe then it goes well. But not in the middle of the season and you're going to beat Golden State. No.
I love Kevin Love, too, how they start the game. They always go into him. He's one of the leading scorers in the first quarter. Now with Melo, if you start that way, Melo's like, give it to me the second quarter, give it to me the third quarter. He's the black hole.
It's a tough adjustment from the first option to the third.
I got to push back, and I love Chris, but this whole Melo's good in the Olympics against Latvia. Okay, it's a big difference. All the Olympics are summer camp. Everybody gets along at summer camp.
Fantasy camp.
It's the only time in my life I kayaked. Oh, I love to kayak. And I slept in a tent. I loved it. Everybody at summer camp gets along because the girls are cute and the parents aren't there and the rules change. Now you got to go on the road. Now you lose. Now the American media is on you. You're on a 3-game losing streak. Melo's never proven against people except Tunisia that he can do it on a nightly basis.
Backed into a corner, though, I think with LeBron there to walk him through the process, I do think LeBron could get him through.
And at this point in his career, 14th season, that's really what he is. He may not know it,
that's a
but
problem.
He's a third option on a championship-type team.
Did you see the exchange between LeBron and Kevin Love last night during the game, where they were making adjustments, and LeBron was talking to him, and it was very aggressive, like in-the-game type talking. I don't see, if you move Kevin Love, I don't see Melo sitting there with that same conversation, and I don't believe they have the same basketball IQ.
It would be a different conversation. Are you happy, Carmelo?
Oh, God.
Are you happy? I want you to be happy.
Dr. Phil.
Let's win a championship together, Carmelo.